The opinions expressed in the video you are about to see are solely those of BoatTest.com and its test captain.
Today I'm on the 185 BR from Bayliner. Now this comes from a company that's well known for making price point boats, but they're also well known for making boats that can get as much performance out of minimum horsepower. And when the engine costs half as much as a boat nowadays, that's pretty pivotal. So today I'm going to take it on a full test with a 135 horsepower 3-liter engine and see how she performs. For BoatTest.com, I'm Captain Steve. Standard bow rise in a boat this size is about 15, 16 degrees. The Bayliner 185 BR had 12, 13 degrees. Brings the bow up just below the horizon, so I lost zero visibility. And speaking of visibility, I also like how I'm looking through the windshield instead of looking right at a windshield frame. That's a nice touch. And of course, sitting up on the bolster, I'm well above the windshield. Trimming the 185 BR is very straightforward. Get it up on plane, start adding trim. You'll notice the spray going from about the helm area back to the stern quarters, and you'll feel a boost in speed behind you. You want to bring the trim up to just about the 1/4 mark on the trim gauge. If you go any higher than that, you'll start to get a little bit of a bow oscillation. If you keep bringing up it a little more, you'll ventilate the propeller. And of course, you're going to want to bring the trim back down before you start doing any maneuvering. You know why you're not going to be taking this boat offshore and putting it into heavy seas? Jumping wakes of another boat and putting it into light chop is very revealing, and it showed me that the boat is a very dry riding boat. I tried getting spray to come up on the windshield and was not able to. Putting the 185 into a power turn, and you're going to find that you're still in complete control and you're not going to be throwing everyone and everything over to the side of the boat. It's a very nice, easy handling boat. And notice how we just bleed off speed to make it even more docile. I like the fact that Bayliner offers a bolster on their captain's seat, but I'd like to see it come back a couple of degrees just so that it stays up a little better. I find myself struggling to not drop down on it. Great how Bayliner finally did away with that faux wood panel and went with a plastic but brushed aluminum look panel with a non-glare backing, still with the Faria gauges and chrome bezels and full instrumentation. Usually on a price point boat, you'll only see 2 gauges, one for speedometer and one for tach. They also made a small recessed area right here just for putting stuff. There's also a small cubby over on the right-hand side for putting stuff in, but I'd like to see it beveled down a little bit so that when you hit the throttle, things don't come dumping out on you. I'd possibly even fabricate a little lip here. Notice on the right-hand side, a little MP3 port. Our test boat is also equipped with tilt steering. I always like testing these smaller boats because you're so much more a part of the operation, and I have to ask myself with a boat this size, would I be comfortable giving the keys to my kid, or would someone else be comfortable giving the keys to their kids? And the answer is absolutely, because it's very hard to get into trouble on a boat like this. If you don't slow the boat down before you put it into a power turn, the boat will slow down for you. So getting into trouble is really going to be tough. Now, while I haven't had time to crunch the numbers and determine what the best cruise speed will be for the 185, I find that throughout our test, my hands settled the throttle more at about 3,500 RPM, which is about 27.5 miles per hour. That's where the boat felt most comfortable to me.
With full fuel, 2 people on board, and test gear, we had a test weight of just over 2,900 pounds. With our test boat powered by a 135 horsepower 3-liter engine, we reached a top speed at 5,000 RPM of 40.4 miles per hour. At that speed, we were only burning 10.5 gallons per hour while getting 3.84 miles per gallon for a range of 97 miles. Pulled back to a more economic cruise setting of 3,500 RPM, and we were running at 27.5 miles per hour while getting a 5.8 gallon per hour fuel burn. That translates to 4.78 miles per gallon and a range of 121 miles. We reached planing speed in only 3.8 seconds and accelerated through 30 miles per hour in 8.6 seconds.
Well, that's our look at the performance and handling of the 185 BR from Bayliner. For BoatTest.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.